Good morning, Ian Crouch with your 8:30 Hunter News update. The damage bill from an overnight fire which destroyed the former Belmont Sporties Club is expected to top $500,000. Fire crews from Belmont and Tingira Heights arrived at the Maud Street Club just after 10:30 to find the disused building well alight. The club building has fallen into disrepair since it closed in 2018 due to financial problems. Police are treating the fire as suspicious and are urging anyone with information to contact Belmont Police Station. A 25-year-old man is due to face Belmont Court today, accused of assaulting a police officer overnight. Officers investigating a domestic violence incident went to a Windale address at about 7 p.m. and spoke to a man at length. But when they tried to arrest him, he allegedly threw a punch at one of the officers, hitting him in the side of the head. The injured officer and two others arrested the man before taking him to Belmont Police Station. He's been charged with 2 counts of assault police, resist arrest, malicious damage, stalking and intimidation. The injured officer was treated for minor injuries in Belmont Hospital. Poor mental health is being flagged as a leading cause of homelessness for young Novocastrians. A new report found mental health contributed to homelessness in up to 35% of Australian cases for people aged 12 to 24. Samaritan's youth organiser Liz Knight says early intervention will go a long way to building healthier and happier lives for young people.
We're also seeing young people with a rise in anxiety and depression, and so that means that they're really struggling with day-to-day things that we take for granted, like maintaining a job or attending school. And when those kinds of things break down, often that can really impact on their well-being.
And if you or someone you know needs support, call Lifeline on 13 11 14. Fears are growing for a Hunter Valley woman who's been missing since last week. 38-year-old Kim Searle was last seen in Newcastle and has not been in touch with her family since. Kim is described as being of Caucasian appearance, about 160 centimetres tall, with a medium build, dark hair and blue eyes. She also has tattoos of dragonflies and flowers on her arms. Anyone with information is urged to call Crime Stoppers. We've posted a photo of Kim on the 2NURFM Hunter News Facebook page. A University of Newcastle professor has lifted the lid on the science of sugar in plants, opening the door to the possibility of so-called diet fruit. Professor Yong Lin Yuan and his team zoomed in on plant cells to figure out how and why sugar ends up in different places. He says these findings could be used to improve crop health or to develop fruit designed for diabetics.
We could manipulate the sugar levels, in, say, tomato fruit or apple or peach or sugar cane, so to increase the yield, for the farmers. Or we could potentially to reduce the level of sugars, but still maintain the sweetness, the taste, so that it's so-called diet fruit.
7 new bulk water fire tankers will be officially handed over at a ceremony at Tomago this afternoon. The tankers were built by the Varley Group as part of a contract worth more than $3.4 million. The tankers are a gift from the government of the United Arab Emirates to Australia in the wake of last summer's horrific bushfires. They'll be dispersed to bushfire agencies in New South Wales, Victoria and Western Australia.
2NURFM Sport.
The Jets have worked their way into the A-League top 6 after beating Melbourne Victory 1-0. A 71st minute goal to Angus Thurgate clinched the win to keep Newcastle unbeaten in their last 5 starts. Coach Craig Dean's Swansea side can't get too ahead of themselves.
The A-League, since it started, has been tight. That's just the league, so you can't get carried away with yourself. I certainly won't allow anyone to get carried away with the position we're in now, because if you do, it'll change very quickly.
The women's Jets will likely need to win all their remaining matches after losing to Melbourne Victory 2-0. The loss sees Newcastle sit 9 points adrift of the top 4 with only 5 matches to play. The Jets will look to turn their season around against Adelaide on Friday night. And the Hunter Hurricanes men's water polo side has claimed their first win of the newly formed Sydney Super League. The Hurricanes beat a New South Wales development side 14-8 at Lambton Pool. The women's Hunter side weren't as lucky, going down 10-7. That's Sport, I'm Harrison Clinch.
And the winning numbers in Weekend Lotto are 9, 3, 5, 41, 35 and 26, and the supplementaries are 45 and 28. And now you're up to date with the latest 2NURFM Hunter News.